We ain't crazy. They're crazy. Yeah, we're wild, but not the kind of wild that they'll call you wild. When they call you wild, they're basically like calling you crazy. Okay, when they call you wild, it's because we're untamed. We didn't do what they want us to do. You see what I'm saying? It's like an animal from nature. If you was to bring a wolf into your house, that means that you brought a wild wolf, a wild animal into your house. But once you take that animal to the vet and get it shots, and then you change the animal's diet, you got a wolf eating dog food and drinking water out of a little pan that you give it, and it lays there and watches cartoons and TV with you. Now your wolf is no longer wild. That means that you domesticated it. You domesticated the wolf. You tamed wolf. Comes from nature, comes from the wilderness. It doesn't even want to go back to the wilderness. If you take it out in the woods, it's going to stay by you, next close to you. It ain't going to leave and never come back. You see what I'm saying? It's going to see another wolf and try to fight it. It's going to try to protect you from its own family. Think about that. You're walking in the woods with your pet wolf, and it sees some more wolves. It's going to fight them to protect you from its own family. See? Well, that's what they did to us. They took us from our natural habitat, and they so-called brought us to this civilized. They brought us to this so-called civilized system. It's a beast system. Okay? Whenever you take a wolf and you got the wolf eating what humans eat and drinking what humans drink and watching TV and listening to the radio, look what you just did to that wolf. The wolf is going to die drinking that milk and eating that dog food. Well, you gonna say everybody's going to die, but no, the wolf is going to die. He's not getting all the sunlight that he should get. He's not getting the rain that he should get. He's not drinking the rain that he should drink. He's not eating his natural diet. I don't care if you're buying back to his natural habitat. They're going to call the wolf crazy. You're wild. You're crazy. That's fine. When a bunch of people come together and call you crazy, that's the way that they've been trained to think. And usually the opposite is the right way to go. Okay? You see what I'm saying? Usually the opposite is always the right way to go. So they'll call you crazy. But that's fine. We have not lost our minds. They'll make it. They'll say that you lost your mind and that you're crazy, but you didn't. You're gaining your mind. You're gaining knowledge of who you are. They never wanted that. You know what I'm saying? When Marcus Garvey was giving our people knowledge of who he was, the devils were watching and plotting. They had all the people who was they were taking notes of who to hear Marcus Garvey speak. Write their names down. Follow him home. Follow that person. You follow him and see where he goes home to. Follow him. Watch him. Why? Because he simply wants to wake up. Okay? They're shadow banning me bad on both my channels. Between both my channels, I got about 1,600 subscribers. And I already went live on my first channel and nobody came in. And I'm going live on this one and nobody came in. Does that make sense? 1,600 people, not one person. They're shadow banning me real bad. They don't like what I have to say. If they could have shadow banned, and that's the thing, see, about our ancestors, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Noble Drew Ali, they didn't go on the internet. They talked to our people straight up, face to face. And the devils didn't like that. They wanted them dead. Now, imagine if back then they used the internet to speak to people. What do you think? They would be getting shadow banned, huh? Nobody would see the video because they know how to do that. Nobody would see it. You see what I'm saying? These devils are slick. Right now, it says that somebody liked my video. It says there's 0 people in here. Now it's saying that there's 2 people. Man, these devils ain't nothing, man. So, but anyway, we're not crazy. I'll accept being called wild, but under the definition, the true definition of wild, untamed. I like being untamed, wild, of the wilderness, a specimen of the wilderness. I like being of the wilderness. I like being outside of my cage. You see what I'm saying? I like that. If you go to the zoo and look at all the animals, they're no longer wild animals because they've been taken out of the wilderness. They've been taking shots and they've been eating chemical, they've been eating bioengineering. Yeah, they've been eating GMO, genetically modified organisms. Those animals have been tamed outside their minds. They're no longer wild. But if you crack the gate open, some of them won't even leave the goddamn cage. They've been in there so long. They've been so institutionalized that if you open up the gate, it ain't gonna leave. This is all that it knows. This is my home. Where am I gonna go? I'm gonna come out my cage and walk in a hallway of some, you know what I mean? I don't know about that hallway. Water fountains and bathrooms. I don't know about this stuff. That's what they did. That's what they did to us. The Most High say, come out of her, my people. Doors open. Our people are like, nope. You got people who walked out that door. Well, they're inching out and they're like, yo, come on out. Drink rain. It has vitamins, minerals, and nutrients in it. We're good to go. They're like, no, I'm going to continue to drink this. No, but it's good. I'm telling you, I feel great. It's good. It's helping me think too. It's really awakening me to who I am. No, don't want to. You take another step further out and keep trying to tell these people. They're like, no, don't want to, because they don't want to go wild. They'd rather stay tamed. You know what I mean? Because they're comfortable where they're at. We're not crazy. We're not crazy. They're crazy. The ones who push these false narratives, the ones who shove Jesus in our faces and down our throats. You know what I mean? The ones who put these so-called Christian churches everywhere, they're crazy. The ones who put pork in front of your face, the ones who put bacon on TV commercials. That's crazy. You're crazy for that. You're crazy for telling us that you love us while promoting poison to us every single day. They never stopped promoting poison to us. They never took a day off. For as long as we've been in the possession, in this cage, in captivity of this beast, he's been promoting poison to us every single day. He never stops. And as soon as you say, I don't want that poison, now they're trying to say that you're neglecting. Now that's child neglect. I don't want that poison for me and my children. Oh, that's child neglect. See, they're tricky. There are some tricky ass liars. Because in the eyes of the world, the people who are under the spell and been taking the poison, taking the bait, they'll sit and watch it happen. Like, yeah, damn, you wasn't doing this and you wasn't doing that. They should take your child. But no, they're coming to take the child so that they can keep taming the child. So that they can keep giving the poison, giving the lies, deceiving the child. Under the guise of, look, we're doing good. You see what I mean? They made us dependent on them. They made us trustworthy. They made us trust them. They poisoned us. They bewitched us. They did spells on us. They did a lot to us, as a matter of fact. To the point that it really makes you look like you're doing something wrong when you're not going along. They can turn the whole world completely against you. They can turn. You know what I'm saying? And the people who know what's really going on, it's the judge. The cops even are bewitched. Some of them know what's going on. Most don't. But the judge knows what's going on. He knows exactly what's going on. He wants nothing more than to see you dead for real. I mean, for real, dead though. They'll send you to jail, but then once you get in there, they'll do all that they can do to kill you anyway. They have ways of under some constant radiation. You can't never point the finger at them and say what they're doing to me. It's radiation. They'll microwave you to death. How are you going to get grounded living inside of this concrete building? Concreation building. How are you going to get grounded? You need to be grounded when somebody's hitting you with all of this radiation. When someone's killing you slowly with radiation, you need to be grounded. That's when you need a stone from nature and one of them shiny stones. But that's witchcraft, and they got us thinking that's witchcraft. So, yeah, you're crazy again. Now you're crazy and you're a witch and you're a sorcerer. You know what I'm saying? For trying to get back to nature, what's natural to us. Me trying to get back to what's natural to me. How can you call me crazy? Me trying to get back to the wilderness, untamed, this satanic society, leave it. How can you call me wild? I'll take that. I don't mind these people calling me crazy or wild. I don't mind them calling me disruptive. I don't mind them accusing me of bashing with words. The same ones who told me that sticks and stones break bones, but words don't hurt. You raised me up that way, and now that I'm starting to use my voice, now you're trying to shut me up and tell me that my words are bashing. You see how hypocritical they are? You see how backwards they are? I can see if this was my opinion, but this is the truth. The irrefutable truth, indisputable truth. They can't even argue it. They couldn't even argue it. But they're tricky and they're conniving, even in their debates. So you have to catch them and cut them off and block them because they want to run and scurry and open up doors. No, close that door. Let's stick with this. They want to open up doors and backpedal and, you know what I'm saying? Change subjects. No. You got to put them on the hot seat because they've been putting that. And as a matter of fact, once there's no need to put them on the hot seat and argue with them at all. You just contend in your own mind with what they taught you and their principles. You don't argue with them about it. They know they're dead wrong. So you don't argue with them. You contend with what they put on your heart and on your mind. You contend with that in your own body. You know what I'm saying? You throw that shit in the trash. Okay? Every man operates by two principles, one of two principles, because you cannot serve two gods. The Most High told you that. You can't serve two gods, right? So every man, woman, or child, I don't care who you are on the earth, you are operating under one of two principles. Righteous or evil. There is no in between. Okay? Just the same way that Christ told you that a mustard seed of faith is enough, well, a mustard seed of wickedness is enough too. Okay, so you have to pick. And once you conclude in your mind, once you conclude in your mind with everything that they are hypocritical, that they're biased, and that they're deceptive liars, and that they are them in a corner, deep enough into a corner that they'll actually admit to you and say, okay, you're right. Never, it's not possible. You can't do it. You won't do it. Okay? The truth is not in them. And that's what we must remember. So arguing with them only gets you in trouble. There's a Hebrew Israelite sister. You can't tell her nothing. She does what she wants to do. She thinks she has it all figured out. You can't tell her nothing. Running around her arguing with white folks. Taking the wisdom that the Most High gave her and then running out there arguing with white folks. Can't tell her nothing. I'm telling you like this. I won't say nothing to her. I ain't even try. Every time I try to say something, I know she don't listen. So this is whatever. But hey, arguing with them don't cut it. Okay? They know exactly how evil they are. They know how blind we have been. You can't take your newly found knowledge and take it to somebody who's been corrupt from the beginning and think that you're going to back them in so much of a corner that they're going to be like, okay, you're right. I agree with you. Okay, you got me. No, that doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. Okay? It just don't happen. It don't work. A debate with. I'm talking about real witches, warlocks. I'm talking about masons. You don't even want to have a conversation or a discussion with them. Not really. Okay? Why? Because they're crazy. Crazy. They have legion of demons in them. All right? The Most High said that the truth shall set us free. And that's what we're supposed to use it for, to set us free. You don't run around debating with it. But if you look on the internet, the Hebrew Israelites are all over the internet arguing and debating, okay, with witches. And I'm not going to say some of them debates are good, because even you get to learn something. I know I don't waste my time debating, really. Not really. State the facts. But anyway, we're not wild. We are wild in a sense, in the wilderness sense. We're not crazy. Okay? We're coming back to the law, statutes, and commandments. We're giving all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God. We're doing everything that the Most High said to do. He said, come out of her, my people. He said, turn back to me with all of your heart and all of your soul, and I'll redeem you. He said, come back to the law, statutes, commandments. You made a promise and an oath through your ancestors that carries down throughout all generations of the Hebrew Israelites. You're still bound to that treaty. That's what he let us know. It's written right there. They'll never read that to us. So this is what we know. And since we're doing these things, of course they're going to call you crazy. Of course they're going to try to discredit you. Of course they're going to say that you're wild. Of course they're going to say that that's hate speech. Truth hurts. Shit burns. You know what I'm saying? They run and hide from it. Told you they always run and hide from it. Always run and hide from the truth. You know what I mean? They wish that we would stop speaking the truth, either on the internet or out in public. They wish that we would stop living the truth and continue following after their satanic agendas. What else do they wish? They wish that we would stop taking the truth and giving it to the youth, our children. That's what they wish. And they wish that we would start giving a damn about their opinion too. Yeah, they really wish that we would start giving a damn about their opinion. And you know what I'm saying? They'll say that that's your opinion. They'll say that your opinion is hate speech. Right? They'll say that your opinion about something is hate speech. So we'll block it, or we'll block you, or we'll discredit you, or we'll shadow ban you, or we'll remove your video or channel because of your opinion. But then look at it. This is your opinion of my opinion. Why does your opinion reign supreme? Why? How? Don't just say platform. So they're allowed to have their opinion is going to reign supreme. That is true. But this goes on everywhere. A judge can sit there and say that you bash somebody because of your opinion about what he's wearing today. You judged him. I judged him. Just come right out and say it. This is what they really want to say. He's one of our own. He's a sodomite. He's a man wearing a dress. You didn't give him a compliment. You should have gave him a compliment. But instead, you judged out of favor of what he was wearing instead of in favor. So you judged. You bashed that man. You bashed him. See? You see what I'm saying? This is a bastard who is inhabited by demons, pure demons. Okay? And he has all of the finer things in life. Well, from their not from my perspective, but from the way that they perceive. He has the finer things in life. That car, that house with them LED lights, that car with them bright ass LED lights. You know what I'm saying? You go into the kitchen, white light. Everything white, everything cold. You go into his kitchen, it's just white, and it's just white floors and it's just cold. It doesn't look comfortable at all. There's no yellow light. There's no brownness. You know what I'm saying? So, no, he doesn't have the finer things in life. He has a metal counter in his kitchen. I want that shit in my home. You feel me? And it's just that's just how they got it set up. I'm getting sidetracked because of all these trucks outside, but that's how they have it set up. You know, he's one of our own. You should have gave him a compliment wearing that dress, but instead you judged out of favor. You bashed him. Okay. All right. Oh. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Well, does the same rules apply to you? Yes, sir, it does. Okay, then stop talking to me because you're not talking to me nice. Well, I didn't. Hey, that's my opinion. See, that's my opinion about what you said. My opinion about what you said to me was wrong, and it was bashing, and it was hurtful, and it's not nice. No, but I'm just saying, no. No, because you have your opinion about what I said, right? You have your opinion about what I said as wrong and bashful, and I know that it wasn't. And I have my opinion about what you're saying to me. So let's just not talk then. If you ain't got nothing nice, don't say nothing nice at all. By whose standards? Where's that written at in the Bible? When did you bashers just start creating what's right and what's wrong, what's nice and what's mean, what's hateful and what's love, what hurts and what don't hurt? When did you bitch start? Who put you in control of that? You see what I'm saying? And if you don't live your life by their opinion, then you're crazy, you're wild, you're wrong. You know what I mean? This persecution, they are creating a new way of life, a new way of living, a new way of seeing things, all because we're waking up to the truth. It's like this, because the Most High said that the truth shall set you free. It's like taking a cow, right? Hundreds and hundreds of years ago into captivity, all right, with other animals, and then teaching all of these animals one language. So a cow is no longer going to go moo anymore because it's going to learn how to go. But he's not the only one doing it. Birds are doing it. They got zebras in here going. They got pigs doing it too. They got all of these animals coming under this one under this one language. This is what you would call one world order. You see what I'm saying? They're pushing a savior on these people. What does that savior look like? You know, when I keep saying they, it looks like the they. It looks like the they. Whoever they are, for instance, let's just say that it's white people who runs this zoo. And let's just say that the savior that they're giving all of these creatures look like them. Okay? All right? And let's think about it now. For 400 years, the cow never knew how to moo. It didn't know how to do that. It's going, and everybody likes it and loves it. It's normal. Soon as the cow starts to go moo, he gets dragged into court and told that that's hate speech and that he shouldn't do that and that he should stick to the language that we gave you to speak, or else you're going to be found guilty in a court of law. You see, that's what they're doing. The Most High God said that the truth shall set us free. They're penalizing you for speaking the truth. Truth is it doesn't exist here. It hasn't existed here in a very long time. And as a matter of fact, the people who you actually heard speaking this language called truth, I don't care if it was 100 years ago or 200 years ago, they died. They were murdered. They were killed for speaking the language of freedom, the truth language. Okay? That's what I'm telling you. That's what they got going on here. You don't drag cows into a zoo. Admit that we did drag you here too. Admit to it. Yeah, we did. We took you here. We took you here from your homeland and we brought you here and we made workers out of you. And until this very day, you're still working for us, filling out applications, applying to pay us to live in our homes. Oh yeah, we made some. Yeah. You're still that same kind of slave. You don't tout that to a cow and then and then start to point the finger at the cow and accuse it for at least trying to speak its native tongue? Why is that? Because they created a one world order, a one world government, a one world language during the process of creating a one world currency. They already gave you a one world savior in God. As soon as the cow starts speaking its own language, that's the beginning of becoming, of going free. That's just the beginning. When it starts mooing, and they start mooing to one another, and then they start speaking then they start teaching these other little baby cows and these other cows on the street, yo, that's not our language. We actually moo. See what I'm saying? They're coming for you. They're going to try to shut down y'all's organization. This is what they always done. They're going to try to shut down your organization. They're going to try to sow discord between you and the other brothers who've been mooing. They're going to try to sow discord between y'all. What do I mean? They're going to try to create enmity between y'all. Okay? Why? Because Satan comes to divide and conquer. He separated us from our native. Divide and conquer goes a long, long, long way. They actually divided us from our natural tongue, our natural language. That's a form of divide and conquer. You know what I'm saying? If you look way back in history, you would see a Hebrew Israelite man who looks exactly like me speaking ancient Hebrew. Now you can still see that man today, and he ain't speaking that. He's speaking something else. That's a division. He's got separated from his natural tongue. Okay? Truth is a language. Truth has a vibration to it. Truth even has a frequency. It has a frequency. It has a magnetic structure to it. If you could see the frequency of truth, it's like angels. It would look like angels. If you could see the frequency of truth and give it a look, which you could do, they know how to do it. It looks like angels. Okay? If you can see the frequency of a lie, it looks like the devil. It's lower vibrational. Truth is higher vibrational. The lie is lower vibrational. Okay? Everything here has an energetic binary coding to it, an energetic, you know what I'm saying, construct to it. Everything, because we are energy. All right? So that's what's going on here. They're literally trying to whip, and they been did this. They're trying to whip the cow for mooing. All right? Okay? Crazy? Nah, not crazy. Retarded? Not retarded at all. I tell you what to expect. If you ever see a cow that has ever been put in that position, that he lost his language, when he gains his language back, let me tell you something about that cow. Let's talk about, let's just say it's one or two cows. When they learn their language back, they start mooing, and obviously, these people obviously don't like when you start mooing. Okay? Well, if you look, let me tell you something. If you look at that cow in its eyes, the one that started mooing, you can see truth in its eyes. It doesn't have that I don't know look. Have you ever seen somebody drunk and you try to look at them? And if you ever look at someone that's drunk, someone drunk is out of their mind or out of their soul even. They have dead eyes. Like you can it's like you can put your hand in front of their face and they look through you. A drunk person looks through you. You know what I mean? They're not really, you can't really make eye contact. They're like looking through you, like they're staring off in space. You ever seen that before? Well, that's because they're out of their mind and they're out of their soul. They're out of their self. This is what these devils know. When you come into yourself, that cow that's learning its language, when you look at it in its eyes, you don't, there's not an emptiness there that you usually see. White folks, when they look at black folks, they see this emptiness. That's why they feel comfortable giving you that little 2-second smile. And we always smile back. The ones we don't see them for who they are. We just see it for a genuine smile. When you start to wake up, you see that smile for what it is. And they look into your eyes and they have to hurry up and turn away. You see what I'm saying? You have to hurry up and turn away. So you're going to expect for this cow to have creepy eyesight. It's going to creep you out. The eyesight of the cow that's starting to speak its language. You're also, you can also expect for that cow to fight back when you come with the needle. You know, when you come to try to re-domesticate this cow, since all the cows have to be branded and re-domesticated, this cow is not going to want to be branded. It ain't going to want to be branded. It ain't going to want to be branded with no goddamn tag on its ear. It ain't going to want to be branded with some burn mark in its side, and it ain't going to want to be re-domesticated with no shot either. And when you put the food in front of it that they've been eating so freely and so happy to eat, they've been even fighting over that food. This certain particular cow, when you put the food in front of it, it's going to look back at you. It's going to look at it, smell it, look at you. It ain't going to want it. It's going to walk off and want something better, something more pure, like grass maybe, something that's more native to it. You know, something that it will find in the wild, in the wilderness, where it comes from. All right? That's us. That's exactly what's going on to us. They try to demonize herbs and call them weeds. Now imagine if they try to do that to a cow. They would if they could. There's a picture out there where these bastards, it's a butt-naked white dude. He got the trunk of his car open, of his SUV open. He got the moon in his hand. It's 4 pictures. It shows him grabbing the moon, walking with the moon, placing the moon inside of the trunk of his vehicle, and closing the trunk of his vehicle. And everybody seen that picture and said, yo, that's a nice picture. Yo, that's hot. Yo, that's nice. Okay, it looks real. It looks dead real. But it's not nice and it's not hot. I seen it for what it was. I said, these bastards would if they could. You hear me? It's a naked white dude taking the moon, putting it in his trunk and driving away with it. Everybody liked it. And guess what? I promise you, they really would if they could. It goes to show how demonic they are. You know what I'm saying? They would take the sun and just douse that shit out if they could. Or they'll turn it down a notch. Well, they'll make it meet their they'll adjust it to their, you know what I'm saying? When they're blocking out the moon, when they're flying up there and they're blocking out the sky, they're blocking out the sunlight, they're only worrying about their own well-being. They're only worrying about them. They're not worrying about us. See, if they could set the temperature on the sun, they set it to fit their own comfortability. Never minding us. They'd turn that shit way down. It'd be cold. Every day would be winter. It'd be winter in America every day. They'll keep it just cold enough where they don't die. You see what I'm saying? Trust me, they love winter. But I say if you love it so much, why don't you go back to where you come from? If you love it so much, that's what I say. You call me crazy, I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. You call me crazy. You call us crazy. I think you're crazy. You tell us, go back to Africa, nigger. They wouldn't accept us. You paying for my rent? You paying for my flight ticket? You're gonna teach me the language? Oh no? Just go over there and get hated on by them too? Probably even worse. Nah, but you can go back to Iceland though. You can go back to Iceland. You know? Of course they're going to mess with the internet. Of course. I think you're crazy for going south of the border where it's hot as hell with your solution. Listen. To that you're not native to, you're an alien, right? Whenever you go to a place that you're not native to, you're an alien. So let's look at it. Let's look at this like this. If an alien comes from space to Earth, it's going to have to make some, what do I want to call it? It's going to have to make some, I don't know. There's a few prerequisites that it's going to have to meet in order to come here, because it's coming to a place that it's not native to. Everything's different. You know what I mean? The gravity and everything's different here. If a astronaut and vice versa was to go to space, a human was to go to space, there's some prerequisites that he has to make in order to go there, right? He has to put on all of this uniform to go to space, right? So let's talk about white people. If a white person wants to go to some place like Honduras that gets like 120 degrees, 110 degrees for a week or a month straight, 110 degrees. Then they have to make prerequisites in order to do that. They have to take this solution and rub it on their skin in order to stay and blend in up around the people. So, and this is what they do. They're putting this stuff on, and then they're actually going around these people and acting like we're better than you. We're superior to you. We are, and the people actually treat them like they are something to be, you know what I mean? This is the alien. This is the alien. If you want to go underwater, you think people talk about there's aliens underwater under the Bermuda Triangle. Yeah, I bet there is too. And I bet you when you go under there, it ain't shit but a damn army, a military base. Who's in there? Who's running it? The Roman man. He's roaming all over the place. They showed you how they stuck a flag up on the moon. Whether they did it or not, I don't know. But for them to even want to put it in our minds, it shows how crazy they are. They have a God complex about them. They have a God complex about them. The Most High God gives life. They take life. Cain was the first murderer. Cain was the first murderer. He committed the first murder. Think about that now. Think about that. Because before Cain, there was the serpent. People want to, who's worse? I mean, I don't know. Let's think about this here. I don't know. You come to your own conclusion. The serpent was bad, and the serpent deceived Eve. Yeah, he did, didn't he? But he didn't murder nobody. Cain committed the first murder. Now let's think about that one here now. Cain was put out and made a wanderer of the world. He's the Roman man. All over this place committing murder. Up until this very day, he's of natural causes. They'll send radiation on you and they'll kill you from radiation. You'll die from radiation poison. I don't mind when they do this because it goes to prove that the truth is. They're trying all the things. This is what they do. If I was on YouTube and I was doing some comedy act, oh man, I would have the best service right now. A one size fits all teaching right now, I would have the best service. This should have come through in HD. But since I'm speaking truth, this is AI. We're dealing with AI. They don't even have to push a button. This is AI. The internet is alive. You can just start slowing up, making your shit cloudy. When you play the video back, it's skipping. You can barely hear anything. That's what they do. And it is what it is. I don't want to be in here that long anyway. This is just small talk. I ain't saying nothing. You're learning your natural language. You're actually learning who God is. And you're not taking the bait. You don't throw some people in a zoo and put churches every goddamn where and put an image of a God and give them a name and tell everybody to worship it. And then call a person crazy and an abomination when they don't take the bait. Man, we're waking up like the Most High said we would. He actually said that this would happen. He said the veil will be removed off your eyes and ears. You will recognize where you're at and cry out to me, not to Jesus. You're going to cry out to me. See, while the veil was over your eyes and ears, you was praying to Jesus the whole time. When I removed the veil from your eyes and ears, you really woke up in hell. You looked around and seen shit for what it truly was. You picked up that Bible and started to read, and everything started to make perfect sense. So naturally, you're going to cry out to me. I don't have to argue with people about that Jesus ain't God. Come on, bro. If you don't realize, if the Most High didn't wake you up to that realization, then the Most High kept you in that stupor and that slumber for a reason. You're done. The Most High, you're done. The Most High counted you out. Many are called, few are chosen. You're done. You're not one of the chosen ones. You're done. I feel bad for you. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened in your lineage. Somebody must have really did something real bad, or maybe you did something real bad. I don't know, but it's too bad, huh? You're done. You're going to go down screaming for Jesus with the Romans and Esau and them. You know what I mean? So when the Most High said that I'm going to remove the veil, you're to have eyes that see and ears that hear again. He's letting you know you were bewitched. Your eyes were there, but you couldn't see. Your ears were there. You could hear, but you couldn't hear though. The truth was foreign to you. It was like a static. It was like a, you know what I mean? You didn't vibrate on that level. Why? Because we were bewitched. Truly under a spell. An honest to God spell, witchcraft, sorcery, done to us, victims of it. See? Now we're waking up. There's nothing they can do. They're going to continue to try, but there's nothing that they can truly do to shut us down or to shut the Most High down. Okay? Crazy? No, we ain't crazy. Anybody who still trusts this devil is crazy. Crazy. And all that means that they're right mind. Yeah, they got a mind, and yeah, they can think, and yeah, they've been educated, and yeah, they talk like this. But that doesn't mean that they're in their right mind. Okay? I'm in my right mind. You can't point the finger at a cow for being a cow and starting to act like and take on the mannerisms as a cow. Okay? All right? You want to call me crazy? Look back at me when I was trying to be gangster. When I was yearning to be a businessman. You know, when I was out here whoremongering. When I looked at my own brother like he was the enemy. When I felt like I had to be tough and gangster around my own people. But I looked at the white man with such admiration and respect. You know what I'm saying? I gave my own family, my own brother, I gave him dabs. But I gave the white man a stern handshake and some eye contact. You feel me? That's like walking up to get scanned. If you're still doing that now, I hope you know that you're walking up to get scanned. You know how when you go to jail, they scan your fingerprints, and then they do an eye scan on your eyes. Think about that. There's certain places that you go to, like factories and plants, that in order for you to get in, they scan your hand and they scan your eyes, your iris, right? Well, that's the same exact thing that they were doing when you were giving the cracker a firm handshake while giving him eye contact. He was scanning you. You know what I'm saying? He was making sure that you had permitted access. He was scanning you to see if you were awake or not. The eyes that people don't understand that. You let him into your force field. You reached out, you shook the man's hand, and you looked him dead in his eyes. He scanned you. He read you, man. Okay? Trust me. I know what I'm talking about. That's exactly what happened. So now, when they try to scan me, it hurts. They don't like it. They don't like what they say. They see their own demise. When they come up to make that eye contact, they rather have sunglasses on. Trust me. When they don't got them sunglasses on, I see the fear. I see how it's unsettling. I'll just use that. It's unsettling. Okay. So the tables is turning. All right. You seen the movie, the Planet of the Apes. You seen how in the beginning the monkeys were just regular little monkeys. Right? With big old eyes, just big old regular looking little eyes. Puppy dog eyes. But then when the monkeys, when they awoke and they became human-like, when they became intelligent, their eye contact changed. They took away the monkey eyes in the movie and they gave them human eyeballs. See? They did that for a reason. The eye contact was stern and unsettling. Wow, that's the same thing that's going on with us. All right? Crazy. Nah. Threatening? Maybe. Are we trying to be? No. But as long as we're not, but as long as we're not worshiping your God, trusting your healthcare, running out, trying to get your food, we ain't no fucking animals, all right? You know what I'm saying? You take some slop to a pigsty, all the pigs are going to come running for that mess. You know what I mean? You throw whatever they feed chickens, you throw that in the chicken coop, the chickens are going to come running, going buck wild for it. They do the same type shit with us. You throw some bananas in the cage with some monkeys, they're going to come running for it. While we're waking up, they're telling us all that the food, all the meat All the meat racks are going to empty. They're putting it on the news and on Facebook commercial. All the meat on the meat racks are going to empty. And what are we doing? We're jumping in the car and going flying to Walmart and buying up all the meat that we possibly can. Got them. Just like animals. Just like animals. They're doing the same thing with the seam. You know what I'm talking about, this in the arm. They're like, you better come get it while supplies last. You better come get your spot. A lot of people are lining up today so they can make sure that they get theirs. They ran out yesterday. I'm like, nice try. Nice try. You better come get yours. We're making sure that we put the outers first because everybody wants one. Everybody just wants one. We're making sure we get the outers first and then everybody else next because the outers need it the most because they have the weakest immune systems. Oh, really? Then why y'all pumping so much radiation in the atmosphere if you're worrying about weak immune systems? Radiation weakens immune systems. See what I'm saying? They think they're slick. That's how scared they are. There's some people who are scared right now. You hear me? The Most High's people. We're not just cows in a zoo, man. You know what I mean? I'm using all of these metaphors and stuff, but we're not. Stop. Just let her go. We're not cows in a zoo. We're not monkeys in a zoo. We're much worse than that. For them, we're much better than that, but for them, we're much worse than that. We're literally the children of the Most High God, bro. Angels are literally speaking to us when we go to sleep. We're literally seeing them in our homes and stuff like that. It's over. It's over. So they can say what they want. We don't care. You can call us crazy. You can say that we're whatever. I'd rather be crazy than fucking gay. Yeah, so what's up? You know what I mean? I'd rather be wild than a sodomite or a pedophile. You know what I mean? I'd rather wake up than still be trusting you, getting happy when you talk about Obamacare, it's free. Yeah, shove it up your ass. Obama phone, free. Shove it. Free education, shove it. But there's free lunches here. Shove it. We'll give you ADHD. Shove it. Well, if you take it, your child will qualify for disability, $700 a month. Shove it. Free this, free that, free this, free that. Shove it. We don't want it. And that's how we know that you're scared. They are scared. See what I mean? They got a military that is so huge and so big, and they're still that scared. They got all of these witches and warlocks on their roster, and they're still scared. They got all these corrupt doctors and lawyers and judges under their payroll, and they're still scared. Think about that now. They got all of these schools all over the country, and they're still scared. They got all these military bases. Some of them are underwater, underground, all over the world, in diverse places, and they're still scared, and they're still paranoid. You know what I mean? They got all of these libraries. Well, they have millions of books with nothing but pure D lies in them, and people trust them because they are authentic. They've been authenticated, and they're still scared. They didn't tamper with the Bibles and the scriptures, and they've tampered. They have even tampered with the writings on the walls over in Egypt and all of and they're still scared. They took a DNA sample of damn near every single last one of us and did a spell, and they're still scared. They flying in the skies and spreading poison, spraying the shit every single day, polluting our air, and they're still scared. They're polluted our water. They're polluting our water supply, and they're still scared. They're sending satanic vibrations off of those towers, frequencies of hate and violence and murder, kill, and they're still scared. Do you hear me? These are the enemies that God talked about. These are the enemies that God talked about that live right here on earth. Everybody thinks that the enemy of God is the devil underground and these demons. It's people. Okay, Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. These are nations. These are human beings, breathing, living creatures. They have babies, they have cookouts, they have intercourse, they laugh at comedy and everything else. These are people. Don't ever get that twisted. Okay? We got to be strong. We have to be strong. Things are about to start happening to them. I remember I made a video. I was hurt by what happened to one of their little girls. I was hurt. And I thought about that this morning. Like, I had to come to the realization that they're going to start getting hurt, man. They are. They're young are going to start getting hurt too. You know what I mean? If I can bear the destruction of my own people, and I know what's been happening to my own people, I should be able to bear the destruction that happens to them. It's going to happen. It's not like that. It's not. It is. You read the scriptures. It is going to happen. Okay. The Most High said, meditate on my word. So I see it happening in my own mind. All right. They're scared. I just named a few things that they're doing. And I said, followed by they're still scared. We can talk all year long about what they've done, the evilness that they've done and the evil that they do. We can talk all year long. The bugs can even come up here and take over and do some talking. They'd be like, yeah. We got some stuff to say too about what they did. Yeah. You know what I mean? Let the ants go. Let them give their testimony about this beast. And then when the ants done, the roaches got something to come up and say. Yeah, they demonized us. Every store all over the world has an extermination section for the extermination of us. What did we do? Let them, thank you. Then the mice, go sit down. Then the mice gonna come up. And they're gonna be like, yeah, us too. They have a whole extermination rack in every single store all over the world to exterminate us. What did we do? Sorry. You know what I mean? The spiders are gonna say they demonized us. They made us out to be creepy crawlers. They actually created a holiday where they used spiders on webs with cobwebs and stuff and demonized us and made us out to be bad and got the whole world looking at us like we're just so bad, killing us. We've been dying at a fast and alarming rate here in this place at the hands of this beast. Everybody got something to say. Lions, tigers, bears, worms, snakes. They demonized us. Yeah, we know, man. Yo, trust me. Trust me. The Most High sees exactly what's going on here. We are not the only ones that have something to say about this. A lot of people don't think this way, but it's true, though. Everybody's been demonized here, from bees to birds to flies to come on, everybody. And dogs have even been abused. You know what I'm saying? They make laws and stuff for dogs and stuff like that, but they make laws for everything that they abuse. There's animal cruelty laws. You will get locked up for animal cruelty, but you can still go hunt for sport. Like I just said yesterday, you get locked up for animal cruelty, but if you come pay us for a hunting license and buy the gun off us, you can go hunt as much as you want. You can shoot the deer in the head. You can take it home and eat it. You can leave it dead right where you shot it. Or you can chop it up and use it as alligator bait. We don't give a goddamn what you do with it. You can go fishing with the meat. We don't care once you pay us. You see what I'm saying? But you see what I'm saying? But if you catch me, but if I'm out there hunting deer without a license, just setting traps and shit for them without a license, then I'm going down for animal cruelty. All because I didn't pay them the money. Yo, this beast is sick as hell. Everybody has something to say about them. Everybody has something to say about them. It's going to be a great day when the Most High destroys these bastards. They should be in the cage, not the animals in the zoo. They should be in the zoo. You know what I'm saying? They should be in the zoo. And we should have little stories that you can come up and read. Okay, this is the what beast is this? Oh, this is the Roman beast. You see them, they look peaceful. Watch out. Put them in a cage. Put them in a cage. Put them behind some bulletproof glass. And look at them. Look how, see, and then I want to be the one that writes it. Go sit down. She has to sit down. I want to be the one that writes it. I want to be the one that writes it. It's going to say something similar to this. Sit down. It's going to say something similar to this. Don't trust it. Avoid eye contact with it. It looks smiley. It looks friendly. It plays on your emotions. Don't make eye contact with it. If you do want to look at it, put these shades on. To your left, there's a rack of shades. Pick one. See? Then you put the shades on. Now you can look at it. It's very deceptive. It's deceptive as hell. It used its deception to deceive the entire world. Don't underestimate this creature. It looks little. It looks harmless. It makes you wonder, how could this creature ever go to the moon? Ever fly by? How could this creature ever go under the ocean? How could this creature ever captivate sharks? How could it take sharks and whales into captivity? Well, this creature did it. And you're sitting there looking at it like, how? You're looking at a cage with 2 or 3 of them in there, and don't open up that cage. You don't realize the Pandora's box. You don't realize what you're opening. If you let these creatures out, it's going to smile at you. Think about it. These are the same creatures that the Indians came across, and they thought it was sweet. They broke bread with them. They ate with them. You see what I'm saying? They celebrated with them. They had feasts and ceremonies with them. Everybody trusts them, man. Dogs trust them, and then dogs wind up being sodomized by them. I love this dog. Oh my God, I just love my dog. Where are you going? Where are you on your way with the dog? To the vet. Why? Because he needs his shots. The dog don't love you. The dog don't really trust you. You're just re-domesticating him. Why are you holding the dog down and putting that potion in him? So that he can continue to be my dog. That's why. Why are you trying to convince us to go get some similar shit done to us so you can continue to be my slave? That's why. You see what I'm saying? Think about it. So anyway, back to the zoo. I'll have a warning right there, a big ass warning sign. Don't trust it. It's going to smile at you. It's going to look friendly at you. If you can even have a conversation and discussion with it, it would plead with you. It would tell you how we're all one. Your God is my God. My God is your God. Does God not love us all? I could teach you things. That's what it'll tell you. I can teach you things. You teach me things like what? Do you want knowledge? Yeah, I could teach you the knowledge of how to do this and how to do that. Yeah, what that letter right there says about us is true. But we didn't mean any harm. I can teach you the knowledge of how to make submarines and how to make this and how to make that and do this and do that. You consult with demons. Get your dumb ass back in that cage. You consult with fallen angels. You can take all of your information. You can take your knowledge. You can take your so-called friendship. To hell with you. You see what I'm saying? That's the truth. That's the truth. They're the ones that should be in there with warning signs everywhere. Okay? Oh, he's just being this. No, I'm not. I'm telling the truth. Feel me? You can't say the same about those lions. What you gonna say about the lion that's in the cage? Nothing. It's beautiful. Let it out. What are you gonna say about the giraffe that's in the cage? Huh? What's the warning signs? Nothing. Leave it alone. Let it out. Let it out. It wants to walk up to a tree and eat fresh whatever it wants to eat. Why don't you just let it go? It don't want to take over the world. It don't want to fly by. It wouldn't if it could. But this creature that I'm talking about got the nerve to try to act like we're a problem on the planet. They brought us in this place, trained us and tamed us to do wrong and be wrong and think wrong. And then when we get to doing it, they come and penalize us. Think about it. Another example. Look at a Hebrew Israelite man in his cage. Let's take the devil out the cage for a minute and use your mind to put a Hebrew Israelite man in the cage. Now look in his cage and look what they got in his cage. Ooh, it's a TV, a television. What's playing on the television? Some gangster shit. some black niggas with guns blowing each other's brains out. And this is a legitimate movie. It's authentic movie, right? Think about it. Ordained by them to be put out on the market. That's what the black man, that's what he's watching in this cage. They got him in there watching this. Turn the channel. Some more wicked mess. Women shaking their butt on national television. That looks just like us, our women. Turn the channel. Rap videos. See? And then while programming this man, because it's a television, they're telling him a vision. So while programming this man to think and live like this, when he comes out of his cage and he acts out what they programmed in what they instilled in him through this type of programming, they come and snatch him up and haul him away and say, you are a bad boy. We're going to put you in another kind of cage. We're going to take you out of the cage that you were already in, the one that you were paying us to be in, and we're going to throw you into a dungeon. That's how they do us. That's exactly how they do us. That's exactly how they do us. Why do you pay people millions of dollars to promote, to advocate that kind of stuff to us? Huh? Why? And then smack us up and then take us out of our lives, our so-called life, and put us in another sector of hell. That's what it is, because it's already hell. You feel me? Yo, man, they're dirty, man. They're dirty. And we still somehow, we find love in our hearts for them. Like, we find love in our hearts for them. Like, we see them and it's like, they're okay. Yeah, but they're not. They're not okay. And as a matter of fact, they're all guilty because they claim to be so smart. If you were so smart, then that means you're admitting that you know that what I'm saying is true. You brag about how smart you are. If you're as smart as you claim to be, then that means that means that you know that what I'm saying is true. Absolutely true. What have you done to change it? Nothing. You don't have no love and compassion for us. You don't really do it. Yo, man, listen, the Most High says, judge a person by their works, not by what they say, right? Judge a man by his actions, not by his words. Do you know how many people come out and say that I like you, I love y'all, or I'm with y'all? But what is their actions? What do you do in your actions? Do you come out and speak truth on our behalf? Do you go to the hood where you know that all the little children are pumping? You know what it looks like in the hood. I don't have to give you you know what it looks like. Do you go over there with the information that you have and give it to them? No, you do not. Then that goes to show that you're not concerned. No, but I donate the channels nope. I give money. I send money to, I'm a member of New Breed's channel on YouTube. I send him $20 a month. That's to the cause. Yeah, he's an agent though, dummy. He's an agent. He gives a one size fits all message, just like Mark the Messenger. He don't want to rub nobody the wrong way. He don't really want to speak the truth about what it really is. You know what I mean? Imagine, let me tell you what I saw. One time, I was being taken every day. For like 7 days, they was taking me every night, showing me different things. One of those nights, it was like the third night, I got taken to this dark room. I just showed up in this dark room. There was somebody sitting in a chair in front of me. There was somebody, whoever brought me here, I can feel them over my left shoulder. They were behind me, standing over my left shoulder. I felt their energy. They brought me here. They wanted me to witness this. There was a person sitting in front of me in a black chair. Okay. I was just looking. And then I said, "You're the devil." And then they turned around with these big eyes and busted out laughing. And then I got and then whoever was with me, they snatched me away and I woke up. It was like a 5-second dream. What did it really mean? I don't know. The person was a man. It wasn't a Hebrew Israelite man. What did that dream really mean? I don't know. But imagine this. Imagine years later, after Esau is gone, off the earth and we're back to living how we lived, the history of Esau is still going to be here. He's going to be represented. He most likely will be represented. Esau is represented in two ways in the scriptures: as a nation and as one man, one person, right? And that's what happens when you read the scriptures. You have Jacob as a nation of people, and then you also have Jacob as one person, right? So in the future, when Esau is no longer here, his legacy, his demonic legacy, his satanic legacy, the history of what he done and all the trouble that he caused will live on. You'll be able to read about him. So imagine you hearing about Esau, say, I don't know, 5,000 years from now, never seeing him, never even seeing what he actually done, just hearing about it. Imagine one night you go to sleep and you actually go and see Esau. You actually get a chance to see this Esau that you always heard about. And he's caged. He's in a cage in the deep depths of the abyss. And he looks so super duper harmless. He just looks so nice. See what I'm saying? He just looks so nice. You don't know. You don't know. You never been around blonde hair and blue eyes before. Just an example. You never been around it before in your life. So when you went to sleep and you wasn't seen it, you were like, yo, I seen this beautiful looking dude in a cage. He had blue eyes beautiful, like the brightest, bluest sky. And his hair was like orangish, like the sunlight was like, he had the sunlight in his hair or something like that. I don't know, but he just looked so beautiful. And I don't see people like that because you're used to seeing people with locks and dark eyes and dark. I seen this man. I was sleeping. I just seen this man. And the angel told me that this is Esau, the most craftiest to walk the earth, the one who brought hell to the planet Earth. This beautiful man brought hell, the depths of hell, to the planet Earth. But he looked so beautiful. He was so cunning. He had such a beautiful smile. He just had such a beautiful smile. He was so welcoming. I wanted to shake his hand. But the angel snatched me away and warned me that that's off limits. Think about that. Because one day when this beast is going off the earth, he will exist somewhere. It ain't going to be here, but he will exist somewhere. And Obadiah, the Most High, said he's going to completely annihilate him off the face of the earth, but he will exist somewhere. You better remember this bastard and how tricky he was and how sneaky he was. All right. Peace. Let me read some of these comments. Hey there, King. This is Lorenza. She says, hey there, King. I'm sweet daughter of Zion. Okay. But I think that I've been shadow banned on that channel. Oh, because my comments and messages don't show up. Yup. They didn't like your They didn't like your comments. That's messed up. They didn't like your comments. They threatened me with the same way. They told me that they said you must have been going in, huh? You must have been going around YouTube speaking the truth, huh? Because they told me that if I continue with these they told me that if I continue with, what did they call my comments again? I don't know, offensive comments, that they're either going to stop me from commenting altogether or that they're just going to terminate my whole channel altogether. That's what they told me. And I don't accept that, because that means that your opinion is stronger than my opinion. If you say that what I said wasn't the truth, then I'm entitled to my own opinion. And if your opinion is that my opinion was hurtful, then that's just your opinion of my opinion. My opinion of your opinion is that you're being hurtful to me for demonizing my opinion. So we can go back and forth all day. But anyway, peace, sister. I can't stand Esau. I can't stand him either. Cain murdered his brother Abel. Exactly. Hold on. Yeah, so Think about what I said and ponder on it. Ponder on it. They might say, look, he's trying to demonize us. I wouldn't try to demonize somebody who never did no demonic stuff. You know what I mean? I never spoke about the pain and trouble and agony that a person caused without giving true examples, irrefutable truth, indisputable facts, right? I never did that. So I'm not trying to demonize anybody. You don't want to be demonized? Stop doing demonic shit. Satan is a deceiver. Okay? And so far, the number one deceiver on the planet Earth that I ever saw or heard of was you know who. Okay? And you can die right now and come back, wake back up into this earth 300 years ago. And it would be that same devil, the most trickiest, conniving, quick to put his hand out and shake your hand, you know, quick to make a deal with you and break it. That's what they do. You can read about this in the scripture. So I'm not demonizing anybody that hasn't already demonized themselves. You know what I mean? Stop it. Leave the babies alone. Why don't you do that? Why don't you leave the children alone? Why don't you stop with the deception? Why don't you stop lying so much? Why don't you stop with the inversion? You know, stop with the inversion. You run around here telling, you're running around here saying that black people with locks in their hair looks weird. We watched the lady disrespect Bob Marley, talking about he looks weird. You weird looking people. And then I was watching a documentary yesterday of the MOVE movement, and they had a lady come on there talking about a so-called neighbor of the MOVE movement. It was an agent, somebody that they paid to say stuff, somebody working for them. Yeah, these people are this and that. First they moved in, they were okay, but then they stink and they eat out of garbage cans and they just look like weird people with their hair and stuff. They're just weird looking people. It was a sister. No, I knew that it was all scripted. Wow, really? So we look weird with locks, but we don't look weird with bald heads? Wow. Well, that's funny to me because didn't God give us hair on our heads for a reason? So it's weird when we let our hair grow out. But when we shave the hair off our heads, that's not weird. That's the one that should be weird. I mean, am I right? God didn't give us hair on our heads by accident. That's just like saying that it's normal to shave your eyebrows, but it's not normal and it's weird to let them grow. That's why we don't take them serious. Don't take them serious. They're just the devil. Don't take them serious. They'll be in a cage soon enough. They'll be in hell soon enough. You hear me? Soon enough, never to return to this place ever again. Soon enough. Don't take them serious and don't worry about their opinions. Don't argue with them or debate with them. They come from nothing but, they come from lineage upon lineages upon lineages of lies that they have perfected. Actually, they perfected their lie, but the truth always reigns supreme. Do you hear me? They've been telling the same lies over and over again for thousands and thousands of years. Okay, that's why they think that they're equipped to be judges and run churches and prisons and schools and colleges and Hollywood radio stations and television stations, because because I'm telling you, they're seasoned liars. All right. Generations upon generations before we even got here, our ancestors had to deal with this shit. All right. Okay. It's the truth versus the lie. The truth is always going to reign supreme. Even if you kill the person that comes with the truth, even if you kill them, the truth still impregnates whoever heard it. Whoever heard the truth gets impregnated with it. All right. And then now we're at this point in time where now we don't really even listen. The Most High is impregnating people with the truth, and then they're giving the truth and impregnating people all over the world. The truth is growing. The truth is growing the way a lie used to grow. The lie grows like fungus. Now the truth is outgrowing the lie. Well, it's on its way to outgrowing the lie. It's making its way. It was a race that we were always losing, and now truth is coming back quick for the win. Truth is on its way. It's about to win. And that's what they know. So they're scared and they're paranoid. Okay? So forget a bastard's opinion. Forget these devils' opinion. Forget their opinion. What they have to say about us. A man who walketh with the shall be wise. With the what? The truth shall be wise. But he who is a companion of fools shall be destroyed. Exactly, bro. That's exactly. And what did Solomon tell us? Do not keep company with those who you are unequally yoked with. Don't even get in a relationship with somebody you're unequally yoked with. Don't be friends with somebody that you're unequally yoked with. Don't keep the company of a fool. You know what I'm saying? Now it's to the point now that the whole goddamn world is foolish. And in order for us to kind of get along a little bit, we gotta act a little bit foolish. And that's what it says. That's what Solomon also told us. Don't go speaking your wisdom everywhere. That's foolish for you to go. You know what I mean? There's a time to correct somebody. There's a time not to correct somebody. There's a time to play dumb. There's a time not to play dumb. Right? Sometimes it's better for people to think you're dumb. You know what I mean? But sometimes the eyes don't lie. I don't speak wisdom to my landlord, but he wears sunglasses, shades around me. And sometimes we have conversations. And I can tell that he's studying me and he sees the wisdom in me, even though I ain't saying nothing wise at all. I'm sitting here acting dumb and retarded, but he sees it. It's getting to the point now where we can't even hide the wisdom that the Most High gave us. Oh, and that person who said that, his name is Al Freedom. Peace to you, brother. You know, or sister. You know? So think about that. Think about it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Try not to touch it. Keep it out of your face. Don't let it get too close to your face. You know what I'm talking about. Try not to touch it. Keep it. Don't let it get too close to your face. Don't let it bow down and get face to face with your child. Hi there. Are you ready for Easter? Are you ready for the holidays? You ready to go back to school? Oh, you're about to help mommy cook. Oh, you're helping mommy shop and do grocery shopping. Oh, I like your slippers. Yeah, hey. Keep that creature back. Okay? If that creature could spend 1 hour with your child who is whispering and acting like it likes, that creature will have your child eating all kinds of treats and so-called snacks. But they say, is it a trick or is it a treat? Didn't they say that? They say trick or treat. It's up to you to figure out. They don't tell you what it is. Is it a trick or a treat? The little children are happy. Trick or treat, they get the candy. Is it really a treat? Is this really good for you? Or is it a trick? Ain't that crazy? Why would you create some kind of trap like that for the children? Why would you play like that? Why would you play like that? All the little baby, here we go back in the scenario that I created. Here we go. You got the cows in the zoo. You took them captivity. You taught everybody to go. Nobody moves. Nobody makes its natural tongue. And then all the little baby cows, they're coming around and getting poisoned. You literally got poison. And it's like trick or treat. Trick or treat. To all the little baby cows. Trick or treat. And got the nerve to tell them how much you love them. And how they don't love their own children when they start to teach them truth, feed them with truth, and don't send them to your military industrial complexes. None of them. See what I'm saying? Trick or treat. Trick. And then when we start to come out to tell the whole world, it is a trick and it's a trap. Oh, you're wrong. Shadow ban that person. You asked a question, I answered it. You said, is it a trick or a treat? It's a trick. You don't like that. You like it better when the whole world says this is a treat. No, it's a trick. These bastards are going to get exactly what they deserve. Not because I said so, because they are. They're going to get exactly what they deserve. They know what they're doing. And it's not right. And I still do care. I don't care if the whole world sits around and they think it's just normal and okay. I still care. And it's still messed up that my people are dying. If little Susie and little Bobby and little Todd are out there celebrating Christmas, talking about trick or treat, I don't give a goddamn. I don't care. But when my people are involved, that's when now I'm in it. Now I got something to say about it. Okay? Now I got something to say about it. And now you got my attention. Christmas, y'all want to keep Christmas and celebrate Santa Claus coming down the chimney and that, do it. But when my people get involved, that's when there's a problem. You want to celebrate birthdays? Do it. But when my people get involved, that's the problem. A lot of people out there talking about, well, at least you got a chance to see another year. So that's a good thing. I see a lot of people use that one now. That's the new way of celebrating a birthday. That's their little new way of celebrating a birthday. Well, at least you're here to see another year. So all praises to that. Nah, miss me with that shit. You even miss me with that. You're not going to, I don't play that shit. I don't play that. When I read the scriptures, the messengers and prophets, the people of the Most High God, the birthday was a dreaded day. They say, cursed be the day that I was born. You know what I'm saying? They say, cursed be the day that the doctor told my parents it's a baby boy. You know what I'm saying? Cursed be the day that I was born. You know what I'm saying? Jeremiah was stressed about the path that he was on since the day that he was born. David was stressed about his life since the day that he was born. Who else? Mattathias said, Father, why did I live to see Jerusalem in such this state that it's in, ran by these Edomites, these Babylonian devils, the Greeks at that point in time? All you see is people saying, cursed be the day that I was born, because life is fucked up. That's okay. The Most High understands. I ain't never seen the Most High correct the person and say, don't say that. And the only people who I noticed, the only people who I seen, I'm not saying that it didn't happen, but the only people I seen celebrating birthdays in the Bible was kings. I seen kings celebrating birthdays. I remember the king got into it with his wife because she embarrassed him at his birthday party. Remember that? She embarrassed him at his birthday party. I forget. He told her to, was it dance? He told her to dance and put on a show for everybody. She didn't feel like it. So I think he ended up snatching her up or something like that. You can read about it in Kings. Yeah, she embarrassed him because she didn't obey his command. He was celebrating his birthday. He was drunk, it said. It said that he was feeling it. And he wanted some live entertainment. He was drunk. I don't remember Daniel, Abednego, and them celebrating birthdays. I don't remember Moses celebrating no goddamn birthday. Yup, nope, I don't remember that. Nope. If you do, please put the scripture in there. Let me know. But we can go all day talking about the ones who said, cursed be the day that I was born. And but anyway, I don't take on the customs of these devils, man. Let the world do it. If that's what they want to do, let them do it. I'm not going to do it. You can miss me with the shit. I try not to even acknowledge my birthday for real. I don't want to. A few years, my birthday went by and I was happy with myself. I said, yo, well, it's 2 days later. And I never even realized that my birthday had ever, you know what I mean? A few times that actually happened. My birthday was 2 days ago. Anyway. If anybody got anything to say, man, let me know. I'm about to get up off here. I know I ain't speaking the kind of talk that people like to hear. They come in and leaving. I'm all right with that. Coming and hitting the like button and leaving. I mean, you can do that too. But you don't have to. You don't have to. If anybody got anything to say, go ahead and say it. I'm about to get off here. So. I said what I said. And I meant every word. I meant every single word. Don't try to demonize us for waking up. Don't try to demonize us for waking up. You know what I mean? This devil is an endangered species. He had his time here, man. You done a lot, bro. From airplanes to fighter jets to boats and ships and speed boats and submarines, tanks and trucks, bombs, missiles, grenades, guns, AK-47s. You know what I'm saying? They got little snub nose, little mini 14s, a little gun that you can fit in your boot. I mean, from all of that, bro, all across the earth, underground, on the ground, digging all kind of tunnels, bro. You did what you did, bro. You did what you did. And now here you go with this energy warfare. Energy warfare. You know what I'm saying? It's been energy warfare, but they're really ramping it up. Your time's almost up. I don't give a damn what you got to say. You ain't got to like me. You ain't never had to like me. You feel me? I hope that the Most High continues to allow me personally to feel like a man. You know what I mean? In the midst of all of this programming, in the midst of all of these attacks, these biological attacks, you know, and the shit that they're pumping off of them towers and the commercials, everything. I just hope that the men can stay men. I hope that the young men can stay in the mind frame of a man. That doesn't make you a beast or some vicious. No, it's just a man, bro. Simple. It's just a simple man. A man thinks he has particular thought patterns. Men think survival at all times. They raised us to not be in survival mode. Get to the bag because happy wife, happy life. You want money? Get to the bag by any means necessary. Whether it's selling drugs, the woman's gonna like you. You sell drugs, you got money, she's gonna like you. You got a job and a career, she's gonna like you. Happy wife, happy life, man. That means that that's our God when we're living our lives trying to please a woman. That means that the woman has become our God. Okay? When we sit her to the side and we put the Most High God first, that's a man, bro. You know what I mean? Even if this woman, even if she doesn't view you as a man, it does not matter. It does not matter. It doesn't matter how she judges you at all. Okay? Because if she was to lay eyes on Noah, she probably wouldn't like Noah. She probably wouldn't like, I'm talking about before shit hit the fan, when Noah was the man that he was. The kind of man that he was that made the Most High take favor in him. Most likely, women didn't like him. They wouldn't have took favor in him. They probably wouldn't have liked his demeanor and the way that he talked. They probably would have thought that, most likely, no, they would have thought that he was being very judgmental by telling them that, no, you shouldn't do that, and you shouldn't say that, and you shouldn't wear that. And no, it don't work like that. And now your household is ran backwards. Your household is running completely backwards and upside down. That's not how it's supposed to go. They wouldn't like that. But in the Most High's eyes, no, Noah wasn't perfect, but the Most High said that he was blameless. See? He was blameless. Blameless and perfect are two different things. Blameless is perfect in the Most High's eyes. That don't mean that they're going to be perfect in the eyes of man and people. They're always going to find a flaw in something to say. You feel me? Because they judge shit backwards. They'll put you at the bottom of the barrel and put themselves on the top of the barrel and say, I'm living my best life. Nigga, I got my own house, my own car. Oh, you still renting? Oh, I pay mortgage on a mansion. You know what I mean? I'm living my best life. The Most High don't even like you. He don't even know you. He don't even know you. You don't like me. You got a problem with what I'm saying or saying, but you're lucky we're even having this discussion because you're getting an opportunity to change your life and change your ways. But instead, you want to disrespect me. I'm just saying those are kind of conversations that I've had. I'm not saying I'm in the position of Noah or anything like that. I'm just saying that I've been in those types of conversations where people started bragging to me. I just had a dude brag to me the other day about his car. He had a red, I don't know what he had. I don't know what it was. It was a red car. I didn't even look at it. I was like, wow. Nigga, you don't know me. Nigga, you don't know me. I'm blessed. Showed me his car, showed me him standing next to a red car, bro. That was his way of showing me how blessed he was. A goddamn car. The same thing that he might wind up dying in, because Americans die in automobile accidents that's one of the highest, that's one of the number one killers is automobile accidents. They got it trickled down to the time frame between most Americans die in automobile accidents between the hours of 12 noon and 3 o'clock p.m. or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? But they actually have it trickled down. You seen her showing me a car, telling me that's why you're blessed? And the odds are you're going to die in that very fucking car. You idiot. I'm pretty sure you don't pay before. I'm pretty sure you don't pray before you even get behind the wheel of that car. I know I do. With all them demons out there lurking. Shoot. Who's that? Corral Marvin says, all praises, power, and glory to the Most High God of Israel forever. I missed a lot, Chief, but I'll always keep it on replay. Oh, you said, but I always keep it on replay. No doubt, my brother. All praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God, the Creator. Good to see you, fam. And I appreciate you always coming in and showing love the way you do too, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, I'm about to wrap it up. But yeah, it's okay though. It's okay for us to see us for who we are. And it's all and it's also okay for you to see them for who they are. It's okay for us to look at them and identify them for who they actually are. You feel me? And it's okay for us to look at us and identify us for who we are. What Bob Marley said, we are what we are. Didn't he say, what did he say? What did he say in that song? He said they try to change. He said they tried to change us into who they wanted us to be. Something like that, right? We are what we are. Well, that's the truth though. They did try to change us into what they wanted us to be. And we are what we are. And it's good to know that Bob Marley knows that when he's looking at Devil face to face, eye to eye. And she says, but you smoke marijuana and your hair, it looks weird. It looks strange. You see how cool he is about the whole conversation? He sees her for who she is. He sees these devils for who they are. He don't get all excited. He just gives a simple, truthful reaction. It's just one devil. It's just a devil-possessed person having a conversation with a child of God. He knows they want him dead. He knows they're plotting his death. He knows they want him to shut up forever. They can show up and shake his hand and, hi, how are you doing? Good to meet you. But he still knows deep in his heart, these people would love for me to shut up forever. And if they realize that they come to the realization that they know that I'm not willing to shut up forever, then they'd rather me just die then. This person who just gave me a handshake and told me, hey, how you doing? Greeted me with a smile. That's what he knows. That's what you have to know about them. They will greet you with a smile and a handshake and a kind gesture right before they disrespect you or try to act like we don't have manhood. We just don't have manhood. That you know what I mean? I think that every man's manhood ought to be respected because I think every man has a warrior within. They tried to remove the warrior out of each and every last one of us. You want to use the warrior in you? Come be a cop, and then you can unleash that warrior on the people who we demonize. Hold on. You want to use your manhood, strength, and wrath, and whatever shit that your dormant beast mode has been lying dormant because of our system. You want to use it though? Come become a cop. And you can unleash that shit on who we demonize. But other than that, can't use it. Ain't that how they are? He took matters into his own hands. You can't beat that man up. Now you're going to jail. Now y'all both going to jail. He's going to jail for the crime that he committed, and you're going to jail for taking matters into your own hands. But if you catch somebody robbing a bank and you happen to be armed at the time, please blow his brains smooth out his head. Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I making this up? Are these people hypocritical or what? You happen to be in McDonald's and somebody comes in and pulls out a gun and starts robbing the place and you're armed, legally armed, please pull your gun out and blow that man's brain out. But if somebody disrespects you, can't just beat them up. You go to jail for that. He can say whatever he wants about your grandma to her face, and you better not do nothing. That's how it is. I don't respect this devil in his beast system. I can't wait till he takes it with him to hell. I can't wait till he takes his languages, all his systems going with him. his opinion, his kind gestures, his friendly smiles, his laws, his constitution, his amendments, his witchcraft, his sorcery, his demons, his mannerisms, his language, this English language. It's all going to get packed up and go to hell with him. All of it. It's going to hell with him. Whether he likes it or not, whether he wants to even admit it or not, I ain't lying. You know damn well I'm telling you the truth. It's all going to hell with him. His little smiles and his kind gestures, deception, is going to hell with him. And I can't wait. I can't wait. The scriptures even say that the trees of Lebanon are going to rejoice when this bastard is gone. Everybody's going to rejoice. It's going to be a happy day. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the everybody just being happy? Can you imagine the birds just saying, yo, no radiation in the air, there's no Wi-Fi. It feels good. It just feels good. Can you imagine if all of the birds all over the earth, you know how many billions of birds, you can look at the birds flying by and it'd be like 5,000 together right there. Do you realize how many billions and billions of birds are all over the earth? Do you realize how much the frequency on earth would change if all the birds would just be happy? Just them alone. If all the birds would just be happy and feel free and rejoicing, you know what I'm saying? Because there's no pollution in the air. It's just like, yo, we have to fly in these skies, man. There's no pollution in the air. There's no electrical wires. Some of these birds and squirrels are getting zapped dead on these electrical wires. They're getting electrocuted dead on these electrical wires. They're flying. A lot of these birds are flying through Wi-Fi, like deep, like thick patches of Wi-Fi, like in certain cities. And a lot of these birds are they're getting knocked off their equilibrium and they're just crashing and dying. They're just crashing and dying because they're getting disoriented in the Wi-Fi, man. You know? So just imagine if all of the birds all over the earth was just to rejoice and just have this good feel of happiness. You can feel the vibrations of peace and happiness, tranquility. You know, imagine all of the ants worldwide just happy now. All of the lions, tigers, the bears, the spiders are no longer being demonized and looked at as a creepy crawler to step on. You know what I mean? Now they're rejoicing all over the earth. You know what I mean? We can leave the Hebrew Israelites out for a minute. Let's just talk about nature and wildlife. You know what I mean? The Most High said that the trees of Lebanon, the forests are going to rejoice. Even the plants are going to rejoice. Imagine the dirt that's trapped under the roads, that's been trapped under the roads for the past 300, 400 years. You know what I mean? These roads that they made. Imagine when the ground starts to crack because roads haven't been, you know what I mean? Babylon needs upkeep. They need somebody to come and trim the weeds, somebody to trim the trees, somebody to come and repatch up the roads and put tar down and patch up these little cracks. When these bastards are no longer here and their system is no longer here to add maintenance to this bullshit ass place, the roads are going to crack up, and then you're going to see, you know what you're going to see? You're going to see a tiny little, you're going to see a little sprout growing. You know what I mean? Where there hasn't been any life because this road's been here for the past 400 or 500, whatever, 100 years, since way back when they first laid the first bit of tar down or whatever they laid down, stones down. That road has never seen the light of day ever since. And now all of a sudden, once this bastard gets up out of here, you're going to see life. You're going to see the little green life. It's going to grow bigger and bigger. It's going to get huge, and the root is going to grow, and the ground is going to crack up even more. You know what I mean? And it's going to be beautiful. Like you couldn't destroy it. Like you couldn't destroy it forever. You know what I mean? Everybody's been held down, faced with these devils in their so-called civilization. Everybody's been held down. The grounds, the roads, nature, they put concrete. They concreation. That's concrete. They concreation. It's just like Similac. It's similar, but it lacks the real thing. It's vitamins. It might look like milk. That's Similac formula created in a lab. It's the same thing with concrete. They concreation. You know what I mean? It may look like stones and real rocks. No, it's not. No, it is not, though. It's mud. It's a concoction of different things. They kind of creation. And it's going to leave. None of their shit is going to stay forever. And just imagine when everything's rejoicing. Imagine when every living creature on the earth is rejoicing. You know what I mean? There's not even a thick cloud of pollution in front of the sun anymore. It's like, yo, I can even finally breathe. I can do what I was created to do. The Most High God created me to do a job, and this white boy was hindering me from even doing my job. And you say, well, God damn. That's how bad he was? Yeah, he was bad, bro. Don't get it twisted. Yo, he was bad. He was bad. And he had these blue eyes. And he had this blonde hair. And he had a big smile and a kind gesture. He'll even joke with you and laugh with you. He'll shake your hand. He'll give you a hug and a pat on the back. Yeah, that bastard. The sun's like, finally, I can even do what I was created to do. Sheesh. The moon's like, me too. They was blocking me out. Late night. You know what I mean? Think about it. Think about it. This is what they do. Everybody's going to be like, yo, peace and shalom. When that devil is gone, there's going to be peace. There's going to be shalom. Finally, be shalom on the earth. Calling us crazy. Calling us wild. You know, acting like we're destructive. You disrupt everything. Nothing functions and operates the way that it should, the way that it was meant to. It can't do it. The sun's just trying to do what the sun do, and you won't even let it. The spider's just trying to be a spider, what spiders do. They're not laying traps for people. Spiders don't lay traps for people to catch them in the web and eat them and kill them. No, they don't. They just chilling doing what they do. And you want to come and knock it down, kill it, step on it, and be happy that you did it. You got to pay. You want to pay. I don't give a damn who you are. Even, I'm talking about the people, too, that take after the customs of these devils. Because the Most High said, don't take on the customs of these other nations. Especially not Esau. As much as the Most High hates Esau. You know darn well not to take on their customs. They're done. You got to pay for all that. Anyway. Yeah, the rose that grew from concrete. Yo, yup. The rose that grew from concrete. You ever heard that? Tupac made a poem called The Rose That Grew from Concrete. It's a good poem too. He just talks about hardships. Basically, I think he's talking about his life and how hard it was and how he grew to become a man after being faced with poverty, so many hardships. He still grew up to become a man and overcome. So that's like a rose that actually grew from concrete. You know, and that's going to be us. That's going to be us. I give thanks to the Most High. It's sad that I have to do this, but I give thanks to the Most High that I'm a man. I still feel like a man. I know how hard they went to try to make me gay, bro. I know how hard they try to go to make all of us gay. That's how they want us. So I'm just thankful that I feel like a man. I don't feel gay. I feel like a man. I actually feel like a man. You know what I mean? I feel like one. And so I have to give thanks for that. That's overcoming adversity. And I'm not saying like, oh, I'm a man, I'm tough. Nah, it's just not. I just feel like a man. You know what I mean? I just feel like a man. It's just like a lion, yo. You just put the lion got all of these muscles. He don't got to work out or lift weights or nothing. The lion is born naturally strong as shit, yo. Lions are super duper strong. Their body is filled with just muscles. They're strong. They have muscles in their jaw. They have muscles. Literally, they can rip apart the body of a rhinoceros or something. Just with his mouth, he can rip apart the big body of a rhinoceros or a hippopotamus or an elephant. So what happens when you take an animal this super strong, put him in a cage all his life, and give him little pieces of chicken, little pieces of fish to eat. You feel me? He got these big old sharp behind teeth to wrap around your throat or something, or to wrap around, sometimes they open their mouth this wide to cover up your whole mouth and suffocate you. And you're feeding them pieces of fish and little steak cuts of steak. The moment that he starts feeling like a real lion again, he's gonna be like, oh snap. Now I see what these muscles are for. Now I see what these teeth are for. And you can't call him crazy for wanting more and teaching his children that this is where we come from and this is what we are, and that they lied to us, pointing out the lies. They lied. They had me in that cage thinking that was life, and they wanted me working from home, and they did all these things that they wanted me to do. And now that I found out who I am, they're mad at me. They're literally mad at me. They want me dead. Well, that's what you are. Well, that's usually how it happens. Because if you get a pit bull and you get a dog or a cat, and it starts to get back to its natural, it starts to go wild. It starts to go back to its wild self, its natural self. And it does something that it bites maybe one of your family members. Maybe your daughter grabbed it the way that she shouldn't have grabbed it, and it bit her. And then you take it and talk about, oh, my dog is wild. Well, we got two options, sir. We could either give your dog a shot and re-domesticate it. You get your little happy dog back again. Or we can put it to sleep. Or we will just take the dog off your hands, the vet. If your dog did something too bad, we don't want it. We'll put it to sleep. I know, because when I was growing up, we had a pit bull. And our pit bull attacked my sister. Our dog, our family dog, caught lockjaw in my sister. There was nothing that we could do to get the dog off my sister. That dog just bit my sister's leg, bro. Dug into her leg and was tearing her leg apart. Our dog. And there was nothing anybody could do to get that dog off. Punching it in the ribs. Nothing you could do. You would think that this wasn't my sister. So my dad called the pet people. And they came. And they got the dog. My sister was in agonizing, excruciating pain, screaming. I remember. I seen it with my own two eyes. So the vet came and they took the dog and they put him to sleep. But that sister of mine, that dog seen something that we didn't see. That sister was wicked. She's not my real sister. She's my stepsister. She was evil. She was wicked. She was mad wicked. She's still wicked to this very day. That dog knew what it was doing. It's protecting us. That dog would have never dare bit me like that. It wouldn't have never did me like that. Anyway, but whatever. So that's how they're gonna do us anyway. So I mean, you're going wild. You better go down there and get your booster. If you're not interested in it, fine, but you better not talk about it. What? You're not interested in it? No, I'm not. Well, you better not talk about it. Wait, what you mean? What you mean? Because we want everybody to get it. We want everybody to get it. We want everybody to get it. We don't want you in this zoo telling everybody about it and what you see wrong with it and how people die, blood clot up from it and whatever. The truth of what really happened to it. You're giving false medical information. Did people take it and start clotting up? Yes or no? Yeah, they did. Then it ain't false. Shut the hell up. Y'all some liars. So that's what they do. They demonize you. And if you're not willing to get re-domesticated, then they want to put you to sleep. You know? And that's what we're faced with right now. There were times, Al Freedom says, there were times where I would park my car and get out and walk where I needed to go. And I didn't know what was making me do it. Yo, that's the Most High. Heard what he said? That's the Most High doing that. You most likely avoided some real crap. That sounds like something I would have did. Did I ever do that? No, I just walked when I didn't have to a few times. You know what I mean? I just walked when I didn't have to. I could have took a bike or a car. I just walked. But yeah, that sounds like the Most High, bro. That is. You parked and walked the rest of the way. Yeah, that's the Most High right there. You most likely avoided some major trouble, especially with these cops that's just lurking on the road, or a potential accident that could have happened. You know what I mean? Or the Most High probably wanted you to be in the wind, in nature. You know what I mean? Feel the breeze. Just spend some time alone with him. The angels around you, like he does that too. He'll send you to the park by yourself, or children or something, next to the water. That's another thing I like to do. I would go and like I need to get out the house. I would go and wash my car, and then right up the street was a county park with a river going the whole way through. So after I washed my car, I would go down to the county park and then just go chill by the water, man. I miss that about that town because I don't have that here where I'm at now. I miss that about that town. I used to do that a lot. Let me see what these devils are doing, man, outside. So they're about to cover up this road. They're about to recover up this road. You see that? They're about to recover it with that dirt again. People are stupid, ain't they? I don't know what they're doing, man. Maybe they're gonna come and have people pave the road the right way this time, over top of this dirt stuff. Who knows? They're so annoying with this damn dust. Anyway, it was good talking to y'all, and I'm about to get up off of here. Much love to all y'all. Real talk. I appreciate everybody for hitting the like button, and just stay strong. Just stay strong, because these devils is up out of here, man. All praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God of Israel. Peace.